South Australian apple growers say their industry's at risk because of a decision to relax quarantine measures on New Zealand fruit. The growers are worried the fruit could bring fire blight into Australia unless the government sets tougher import rules.
The metaphor is a strong one, but the message is clear. Apple growers say fire blight could devastate orchards and they don't want it in Australia.
I've been farming 40 years. Put my life and soul into it. I don't have hobbies. My hobby is my farm. Get fire blight in there and everything that we've built up could be destroyed.
Last year, Australia lost a challenge at the World Trade Organisation, which found the country's quarantine measures were too restrictive and a barrier to trade. In February, the Prime Minister told New Zealand's Parliament Australia would comply with the WTO recommendations.
That Australia accepts the verdict of the global umpire and will implement the World Trade Organisation rulings on the importation of New Zealand apples into Australia.
This has not been forced upon. There's a great myth that this has been forced upon by outside parties. That is not true. This is a decision of government.
The opposition will introduce a bill to ensure strict quarantine remains, and the measure has independent support.
It's almost as though Australian government bureaucrats have gone into this fight at the WTO, not only with one hand tied behind their back, but the other hand punching themselves.
Growers say their protest is not an economic one.
We know that we need to compete in the world stage. We do in certain markets, but the thing is, fire blight would make us so uncompetitive.
Biosecurity Australia says New Zealand's fruit exporting standards will be enough to protect Australia from pests. Scott Bills, ABC News, Adelaide.